all of you, 200 million. 200 million idiots. Complete morons. You are there. You looking sheepishly like a bunch of white. In fact, the hyena is better than all of you. Why do I even... Can you manage my makeup? If I want to interact, that is why I don't go to parties. I don't do anything. Because the way we reason is laughable. If I want to interact with true Africans, I go to wildlife safari park. At least if I see a zebra, a chimpanzee, those are our true Africans. We can mingle together. Maybe I can understand them better. Because at least if they see danger, they can run.
You there, second desk, blue jacket. What is your name?
My name is Alexis.
Alexis, please leave my lecture room. I don't want to see you at one of my lectures ever again.
I don't understand.
I am not going to ask a second time. Thank you. Why are there laws? What are laws for? Anyone?
Social order?
To protect the person's personal rights.
So that you can rely on the government?
Justice?
Thank you. Tell me, was I unfair to your classmate just now? Indeed I was. So, why didn't any of you protest?
I want to welcome every one of you to this live broadcast tonight. We are here on emergency. It's an emergency broadcast, and we are live. Of course, I have Madam Ifi already in the house, in the studios. I want to thank you all for joining wherever you're watching from. This is very, very, very important. It's not going to be a long 30 minutes or less. We are going to be through, but understand what is going on, because it is important for us to end this madness once and for all. Our land sanitized. We will not have Biafra land in justice, in truth, in equity, and good conscience. We have a serious problem with decided to go all out to sabotage issues, to sabotage the movement, sabotage the struggle for our freedom, and we cannot allow all of this nonsense to continue. Fourth day of June 2023, time now, right now in Biafra land. It's 8 minutes past 8 p.m. Biafra time, and of course today is Saturday, the last day. In a couple of some hours, we're going to be in the new week. We have a situation on ground, and of course I'm going to bring Madam Ifi also. I will remind you people that some months ago, I think in the month of March, we actually played an audio conversation where Simon and the men, after we had that meeting, when we told them should come for meeting, when we sent him a message and gave him an invite to come for the meeting with the men who were not being fed, the men who are hungry, the men who are complaining, the men who are supposed to fight to make sure that there's no election in Biafra land, which he and Mazuka and co refused to fund. And nothing given to them. Food was not given to them. The weapons were not gotten for them. And of course, we all saw it, and we saw what happened. The elections got and was held, and these men were complaining. But when we were calling him for a meeting to be part of this, to be part of it so that he can hear from the men, and so the men, Simon decided out and began to take loans, making pronouncements that he doesn't have the right and power to, doesn't have the local standing to make. He's only there to stand for the people, not to lord them or to be their leader. He's not actually designed. Doesn't have what it takes. He doesn't have the leadership quality quality. He doesn't have anything to be the leader of Biafra. But we needed to work together, him fronting, based on the fact that he has been there online blogging, and it is necessary based on the fact that Mazina Mekano says he should broadcast on Radio Biafra. That was why we decided to give him that opportunity, but he messed it up and came to think that he can now bite the people and chase the people who are helping him to stand and who are calling him to this movement. Now, when we called him for that meeting to discuss with the men, rather than coming for the meeting, he decided to go all out to blackmail everyone who is calling him for the meeting. And then the next day decided to hold a meeting with the men, which he had not been doing. He had not done before. He only holds meeting with them one after the other. But this time I called them together because he wanted to deal with people like Shadow, who were holding some weapons that he gave to him. Now I'm going to play that voice message and remind you of the threat of Simon. Before we continue here, before my comrades in the house would say anything, I'm going to play that voice note so that every one of you remember this voice note. And then from this, we're going to the Nigeria government, we're going to be speaking to the agent of Simon, and we're going to be speaking to us and Co. what they have done. Has been them, and of course, Simon is the first suspect in this regard. Simon is the first person we're going to be holding responsible. We told him in March that anything dare happen to any commander or any of the members of ESN who have not gone to become loyal to him, that he has been sending his men, Butuzo and Co, to go and look for and kill. If anything does happen to Shadow based on the threat he gave on this audio message, we are going to hold him responsible for that. And that is what we are keeping to our promise. And that is what we're going to do right now. I'm going to play this voice, and then we are going to now move on from there. Let people hear the voice again. For those of you who are not there, we want to give you the voice again. We want to bring it. Shadow, the commando that Simon threatened in the month of March, has been kidnapped. In the month of April, I'm sorry, yes, in the month of February, ending of February, has been kidnapped. And Simon is the first suspect. He's going to be held responsible because he threatened him. He told him that he should get ready for anything as long as he doesn't bring those equipment back. And truly, he has done what he threatened. And I'm going to be playing that again, and you guys are going to listen to that voice right now. Now, I want you guys to listen to the voice. Now, listen carefully to the threat of Simon.
Something like that. So I to join to know if because they said that other commanders are here.
Let you, the volume is not high.
And I did not talk until other people started talking about okay, because what they were asking was how we've been managed, how is the movement in our various camps. So, and everybody were like telling what some of the things.
Now the voice of Shadow trying to explain why we called, because Simon was trying to find out from every one of them why they had to go for that meeting that we called. I'm going to play it again from top so that if in case you have not heard it well, you didn't hear it from the beginning very well, you can hear it very well now. You can understand where we're coming from. Now he's explaining himself based on the fact that Simon was asking them why they have to come for that meeting that we called, which we also invited him to be part of, and he refused to come. Rather than come to the meeting, he decided now to go and interrogate the guys and then press his verdict on Shadow. Now listen to it.
Something like that. So I decided to join to know if because they said that other commanders are here, that I need to be there also. So I came in and I saw some commanders because I did not talk until other people started talking about okay, because what they were asking was how have we been managed? How is the movement in our various camps? So, and everybody were like telling what some of the things they are lacking, but they demanded to know some of those things we lack that we are not getting. So that's the major thing I know that they discussed. And they said that this the meeting that they are going to invite you and relay the complaints they have gathered, because they said that they are fact-finding panel. They said they are going to communicate you to tell you the things they have found out, so that you people are going to look into it, that they are working with you. So that's the reason why I attended the meeting. And for the screenshot you told me to make, my phone went off immediately after the meeting, and I was using a small phone to communicate, because two of my squad went to movement yesterday, and I have casualty, which I reported to you. So because that was when I owned my phone when they were telling me about the incident, so I had to report it. I owned it. The phone was about 2 minutes. It charged 2%. I had to send the message to you and copy it immediately. So since that time till now, so I've been on calls. Not at this very time to attend this very meeting, because I also got the message for this meeting today. So that's just what happened, and I'm still having some calls with me. Their people have put that on, so we are trying to find a way to talk to them, of which some of them have go to different places because about 2 years. That's what happened.
Shadow, you know this is not the first time we did this. And how we are going to handle this issue is something that is in my mind. To come and pick the 2 equipment that is with you, we paid for a few weeks ago.
How we are going to handle this issue is what is in my mind, but he's going to give out a piece of what is in his mind later on. Just listen to it again. After Shadow has explained everything, he now says, how we're going to handle this matter is what is in my mind. The heart of man is desperately wicked. Who can know this? Scripture says. Now I'm going to take it back a little so that you can hear what he said. After Shadow said to him that 2 of his men had been killed, and he had to force himself to come for the meeting so that he will be able to talk with him, and that we have also said that even if he didn't come for that meeting, we are going to be inviting him for another meeting, which we did invite him. He still didn't come. Now he said that fine. Now I'm going to take it back again for you to listen.
In the clinic now, they are receiving some treatment. So
it's not the first time we did this. How we are going to handle this issue is something that is in my mind and it's just in my heart. I've given directive to Holy Ghost here to come and pick the 2 equipment that is with you, we paid for a few weeks ago, because they need it to work. So when he comes to pick it, just please give it to him. Do you have a problem with that?
Yes. So it will be to me not to deliver that very well.
Angry, please. You know you have been doing this. I am the one who gave you that command, right? And that particular work must be put. This one finishes. That shouldn't be any question there. Command. I'm telling you now. If you go against this command, listen to me, Shadow. If you go against this command, I hope you are ready to take what is coming. Because taking this public,
if you go against this command, I hope ready for what is coming. Again,
it's now suspended. This command. If you go against, hope you are again, the command is suspended, and there is teaching with you, and that is you, which will pay for fully, and it is with you. And I want Holy Ghost to go and collect that thing, because there is a job that is needed for. After that job, you can talk about your own job, that if I have to leave that job. That is a very clear command. So, and disobey it. I just want to make it very clear, so that it's not going to be, you know, if you are saying you are not going to do it, everybody will listen to it here. So I have given your number to Holy Ghost, and Holy Ghost will communicate with you, and you know, facilitate. Is that clear? Is that clear?
Difficult for me
What is going to be difficult?
Not to deliver that very work, because I have made a.
Listen to me. Don't let me be angry, please. You know you have been doing this for a very long time. I am giving you that command, right? I'm telling you now that that particular work must be put on hold. There shouldn't be any question. I gave you that command, and I'm telling you now that command.
It will be difficult for me, sir.
If you go against this command, what is coming? Because
now he told him here that if he goes against the command, he hopes he's ready for what is coming to him. He wanted to Shadow, take the equipment from Shadow so that he will be vulnerable to attack. And Shadow said, no, this equipment, I'm supposed to deliver a job. And he said he gave Shadow the order to carry that job and carry out that job. And he has told him to stop it and give those equipment back to the one. He gives that equipment, he will be vulnerable to danger. Don't do this. I hope you are ready for what is. And the guy still held those stuff till now. And now the thing that Simon said is coming has come. Simon has kidnapped. If he is not the one, let him come all out to debunk it. But we have the proof here by his voice. He has carried out his threat. And we are telling Shadow, before my comrades speak, I'm sorry, I'm telling Simon right now, Simon, whatever you have done, wherever Shadow is, you must release him. You must to release him. We're not going to take it funny with you. We're not going to take it easy with you. You have been committing lots of atrocities. Biafrans are dying in Biafra land because of your stupidity, your talking anyhow, your arrogance, your coming on air, speak anything you want to speak and say anything you want to say, whereas you don't have anything on ground, making our people vulnerable to death killings and all of that. We're telling you, whatever you have done, however you have done it, just take it back and let Shadow be free. Because it won't be as usual. You won't sit in Finland causing commotion and causing the death of our people. Simon, we're giving you this warning. Shadow must be free. If you think it's going to be as usual, it's not. We're going to tell you this time around, it's not going to be as usual. You have beaten more than you can chew. You have been messing up. All you do is collect the funds of the people, use the funds to get whom you are calling the Biafran army. Of course, they are not the army. You're calling them Biafra Liberation Army, using them to kill other people. Simon Ekpa, we are telling you, you must release that guy. Whatever you have done by this voice message is evident that you are the one who has caused him, because he has not given that equipment to you. You are the one who has caused his kidnap, or you are directly or indirectly involved in this kidnap. You must make sure that he is free and released. Thank you, madam. If you let me hand it over to you, then Comrade Ken also. You're muted.
Can go first. I'm coming. I'm communicating. Can go first, please. You don't mind.
Yeah, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, good evening, my fellow Biafrans. I think my voice may be very, very different today because I'm using a different headphone. Yes, I'm really tired, but it is a shocking information, a shocking news, and a very sad one that somebody like Man Shadow should be somebody that we'll be talking about, that we are looking for. So all I want to tell Biafrans is that as my comrade have said, Kelechi, that Simon have chewed more than he have beaten more than he can chew, and it is time Biafrans have to rise, because somebody cannot continue to lie. Somebody cannot continue to kill. I want to make this clear to Biafrans today. Simon Ekpa rose very, very high with me that is talking here today. Because when China Sanworu said he wants to clap me down in Nigeria, we people thought Simon Ekpa is on the right track. I came to his program. Simon Ekpa used the issue I had with China Sanworu, because they were all lies. China Sanworu lied. He used it to rise high. But we are not here to talk about using Shadow to rise, but we are just telling you the truth. Because during this time, Simon Ekpa had the truth from me, what China Sanworu were doing, killing people in Biafra land. But so many DOS members today still don't believe that the DOS members did all those things. They're still supporting them. This is for you to know how evil our people are. I use myself as an example. And as at that time, I told China Sanworu, you cannot kill me. Because any day you dream and call my name, you want to kill me, that day will be the end of that person. And since I said it, let people be watching what have been happening to China Sanworu and DOS up to today. It's not everybody you touches. There are people who are the children of the ancestors. You don't touch them anyhow. There are anointed children. You don't touch anyhow. This is what I will tell you about Shadow. As long as I'm here, Simon Ekpa, if Shadow is not released, or if we don't hear the voice or his noise of Shadow, we are not threatening anybody, but in your life, you will sit in your house and say, had I known. Anywhere you are, you will just be telling yourself, had I known. You have concocted all your plans with the Nigerian government, maybe with Asanu Dokubo men, maybe with who knows with which people you went and picked Shadow up. We know Shadow is in your hand, and you have to release Shadow, and let no dent stains him. Let no scratches him. Because they said when you point a finger to somebody, 3 other or 4 other fingers are pointing to you. If you are pointing killing people in Biafra land, Asina, ndị be anyị tụrụ ilu, let me say this in Igbo, na ogbu mma na-esi na mma ana, adị m egbu mma, enweghị m ike isi na mma ana, ọgba egbe ga-esi na egbe ana, adị m agba egbe, enweghị m ike isi na egbe wee na. If not for the God the God of Biafra land, maybe I could have been a dead person. Most of you couldn't have known me. Because that very year that Chinas and Woru said, they saw me in Nigeria, I planned to go to Nigeria, but who told them, I don't know. But for the name of the God that I serve, I didn't go to Nigeria again due to one thing or the other. So if I was in Nigeria, they could have maybe got me. So what I'm telling Simon Ekpa is that, you see, no matter what you do in this modern earth that we are today, as na you cannot, anything you do, you cannot hide it. You can't. You use your mouth, Simon Ekpa. Let me still remind our people today. What's happening to my phone?
You're coming out.
Can you still hear me? Yeah.
I can hear you. Go
So,
on.
Simon Ekpa, it came out from your mouth day before yesterday in your broadcast. You said Biafran Republic government in exile. And you, same Simon, use your mouth, say, or Republic of Biafran government in exile. It doesn't matter. This is your word. Don't go delete the video. I will bring it out. I have it already in my hand. You. Because when we talk about Simon Ekpa, the autopilot will say, why are we always just talking about Simon Ekpa? But we talk to Simon Ekpa due to his utterances, his lies, in his house where he's living, or wherever he's broadcasting from, in Finland. Ask Simon Ekpa why the flag in his house don't have the 7 stars of David, but the one in the United States have it. The one in the Biafran government house in exile have it. But in his house, he doesn't have it. These are questions you people we have been putting down for you people to understand. But what I'm saying, we are not here for those rubbish. But I just voice out what I said now for you to know that Simon is a liar and Simon is a murderer. All their thought is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not come out again. But we are telling you, we are here to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and restore Biafra, no matter what you say, no matter what you do. So Simon Ekpa, what have you done since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was arrested? Rather than killing people, disrupting the entire Biafra land. You came up, you said you set up, there is another state, you carved out in Enugu state. Who are you to share state? We are talking about the evil and havoc that the Nigerian contractual government have done to us by divide and rule. And you are still coming to divide us? Who are you? Who are you? Did you consult the Biafran people before you start carving out a state in Enugu state? Someone, I tell you, I don't hide. I'm from Enugu state. Go ask. You don't come and you don't come to Enugu state to tell us what to do. When the time comes, we tell you what to do, Simon. So what I'm trying to say is the issue of shadow. Simon Ekpa, you threatened shadow. You said that he should wait for what is coming. If he don't bring you those weapons that is with him, which he refused and said he has to protect himself with it. Why did you want him to give you those weapons? He's a gallant man. You don't want him to protect himself. You want him to be loose, so you can come anytime and rape him, rape his family, and rape everybody. This is why you want to disarm him until you start following him. That those threats you made to him have happened. I hope you will be drinking your champagne now. The shadow have been clapped down. But by who? By your militias or by Asali Dokubo's militias, or by the Nigerian government that you and Asali Dokubo is working with. It's nobody else. It's these three bodies that have shadow. Yes.
Comrade Ken, let me say something. And he said they cannot come from someone, but from his enemies. I want to remind you something, or if you don't know, let me tell you something. Whenever you threaten someone, under the law, you become the first suspect. When you give out a threat against someone, you have already told everybody that you are responsible for anything that is going to happen. As much as he gave that message, that threat message, from that moment, he had already made, he takes direct responsibility for what would happen to Shadow. As soon as he made a threat, that was an evidence of a direct responsibility.
Yes, Kelechi, I understand where you're going to. We are in the same path. Why I made the comment I made was that. Why I made the comment I made was that. Yep.
Yes, please let me conclude with this, Joy.
Yep.
This problem now, and you and somebody had made a threat against you, we would have still you, because that threat stands as an evidence to as the person who should be held responsible, and from that you can get the other people who are responsible. So you have to understand this. So thank you. Please go on, Madam, if you will.
Yes. So why let me just conclude. So why I was saying what I was saying was that Simon Asali Dokubo, or Special Force, how he always called them, Special Force Asali Dokubo, Simon Ekpa and his BNN, and the Fulani government, which is the Fulani militias. They are all one people. They are all one people. Have Simon ever shown any Biafran?
No, sorry. Yes, I'm comrade. I want to remind Biafrans something. I want to tell Biafrans.
Can I say something?
Yes, Madam, if you can carry on.
Please. Sorry, let me say this to Biafrans.
Of course, we have the message. You know why? This is so disheartening.
Yes.
This is really bad.
Yes, please.
I don't understand how come our people are. Can you hear me? Yes. I just don't know.
We are in news. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me, please?
Yes.
Yes. Let me tell you people this stuff now. As at yesterday, we had an information today that Simon had initially given 600,000 naira to one of Shadow's men to track him down, to get him down, and the guy refused the money. That evidence is there. Waiting. So if he could go that far to give money to somebody to track him and they refused, then it simply means that he has a hand in his kidnap, because he has been trying as much as possible to make sure he gets him. So, Madam, if you please go on.
One can say. I don't know why.
This is not the time to lament. Please don't lament. Just tell Simon what you need to tell him.
Madam, if you please hold your breath. Hold your breath. We want to talk to Simon Ekpa. We want to ask Simon Ekpa to release Shadow. We are not here to catch things for him.
Anything, because already he threatened him. He threatened him and said if he did not give him whatever he's going to see what is going to happen. And since then, they have tried several times. They have tried and they didn't succeed. And then this time around, oh God Almighty, Simon, so are you out here then doing the same thing? You condemned others. You condemn, you were saying last time, you were saying these duets, we are the one doing all these things. So what are you doing then? So you are the same with them and you are pretending all this while to be a good person. So how can you threaten somebody? And after all this while, you threaten him because of what? He refused to give you something. If not that God have mercy that thing was recorded and sent out. We couldn't even know. You cannot deny this, Simon. You cannot deny you have no hands in this. You cannot deny the God of ancestors, the God of our land. He is not happy for all these things you guys are doing to one another. You guys should stop all this. What is this? What is wrong with you all? Why must you go after somebody that says, no, you don't want something that belongs to him? It is his own to protect his people. It is his own to protect his people, Simon. Even if you bought it for him, and so what? If you bought it for him, and so what, Simon? Yes, so what? Why were you taking out from him at the end of God to kill him? Why must you do it like that? Why? Anyone that bought the evil, may that evil follow you and your household.
Madam Ife, please, I don't want to be angry because I don't like tears in things that have to do with seriousness. This is not time to shed tears. On this platform, nobody shed tears. We're not going to shed tears on this matter. We cannot be shedding tears for Simon. Simon does not warrant your tears. So please stop this tears matter. We don't need tears here. We just got to tell him what we need to tell him and let him face it. Because we are not going to take that nonsense again from him. We are determined to make sure that this criminality going on in our land, you don't shed tears. Simon is too small to shed tears for. So nobody shed tears for him, for the fact on his behalf or for him or whatever, because his criminality, this is pure criminality. Simon had no good intentions from time. So we shouldn't be shedding tears at all, because he never had a good intention. And he's not, he's a criminal, and evidently so. We have the proofs, we have the evidences. So please, let's just make our words firm and just tell him the words we need to tell him. We don't need to spend much time here. We are telling him that we want Shadow back.
Yes, I don't have so much time because I have other things to do. I need to go to work.
Let's just
so,
please.
What I want to tell Simon is I'm giving Simon two things. One, Simon, call anybody who is from Enugu State. Ask that person if he knows where they call Abu Abada. Abu Abada. Simon, are you listening to me? Abu Abada. If you know you don't have anything to do with Shadow, go to that place and take a water and drink it. Somebody can get that water for you from Nigeria, from that contraption, from Biafra land, from Enugu State, a place in Nkano they call Nkerefi. Go there and get that water and drink it. If you know you don't have anything to do with Shadow. This is one point, because they say you are also going to Jujuman. This is just why I'm telling you to go to that place. If you ask anybody in Enugu State, he knows about what I'm talking about. This is one. Two, we are giving you some days for us to hear from Shadow. If we don't hear from Shadow, whatever you see or you hear, then just take it the way it is. I will not make mention of anything. Okay, Simon? Because you threatening Shadow, and you now use Asami Dokuba boys or your own boys or Nigerian government boys to go arrest him. But your hand is in it. You send them to go and arrest him. This is to tell Biafran that Simon Ekpa is working with the Nigerian government. He will come out tomorrow to tell you these people are ranting their mouth. These people are talking nonsense, but I don't know anything that happened. Yes, you may say that you don't know anything that happened. Yeah? This is what you will say. Because you did not use your man or yourself to go and arrest him. There is what somebody says one time. You, Simon Ekpa, what you are saying, what you are preaching can lead to somebody's death. Don't you know that? What you are preaching can lead to somebody's death through your members. Your members are attacking people in Biafra land. Your members. Maybe you don't send them to go and do it, but they are doing it due to what you are preaching. So what I'm telling you is this don't have anything to do with your preaching, but this has to do with what you said from your mouth. You threatening Shadow that he will face what is coming. And now you have achieved that what you want. But we are telling you that if you know there will be peace in Biafra land, let's take away the struggle to one side. If there will be peace in Biafra land, because you are talking about actualizing Biafra, actualizing that very sovereign state. That's what you are talking about. But if there will be peace, let nothing happen to Shadow. This is just what I have to tell you, Simon Ekpa. We will still get more information to come and make more analysis. We had already, you gave somebody money to help you so they can be able to get Shadow. But that person refused to take that money from you. So we have everything, we have things in our hand, but we don't want to talk much for now. This is just the beginning. This is a tip of the iceberg we are just giving to you now. You better go and use your tongue to counter it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, comrade. We have to be snappy because you just have to give him a precise message and then we just leave it there and let him do what he has to do and get Shadow out. Madam Barbara, you're welcome.
Thank you.
please just briefly, just say what you have to say regarding this matter, so that we can...
Thank you, Kelechi, for giving me the opportunity to speak to Biafrans. Hello, all Biafrans out there. I love you all. I know for a very long time, people have not been seeing me coming out on the air to talk. Like I keep on saying, anything we come out on the air to speak, God knows we are speaking the truth, the only gospel truth. We are the really call of following of the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, who bring all of us together, who our prophets of today, who make us to talk about Biafra. He said, I will destroy the zoo with the truth. He didn't say I'm going to destroy them with lies and criminality and making money for himself. He's a man of God's own heart. That's why they're after him. We are standing with him too. That's why the godly Biafrans, please, you all should open your eyes and know who you're following. Simon Ekpa just used the advantage and opportunity because our leader, they sold him, they betrayed him, now to come and buy the heart of Biafrans. That's why I was among people following him before until I find out the truth. God said it. He said, buy the truth and sell it not. I keep on saying it every day. Only truth will set you free. Lies cannot free you. You cannot get Biafra with lies and criminality and evils. Evils are meant to live with them. Everybody must go one by one day and stand before God to give an account. Whether good or bad, you must stand before God. Simon Ekpa, I've been saying it, you'll be killing our people underground, killing them anyhow. You've caused confusion and you try to scatter the ESN that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu formed. You are underground. You are worse than DOS. You are worse than anybody. You, Simon Ekpa, doing all the zombies or the Biafrans that is following him. I'm sorry to use that language. You call people zombie, but you should all open your eyes and know when your leader is telling you the truth or not. Somebody have said something several times, all he's saying is lies. And night after our ESN killing them, it's now indirectly so that he can finish the whole ESN remaining. Now we are fighting our ESN now, the fight wars are coming against them, is too much. The Fulanis are coming after them, Zoo government is after them. Asado Dokuba now, Osado Dokuba, whatever they call himself, the pig now has come up and said that he hates the Igbos. And now Simon Ekpa is doing his own underground, and which he come out openly before to warn Shadow face to face that if he doesn't return the whatever is holding in his hand, that whatever is he will take it. We are hearing now that you have sent people, your criminality, the people that you send, your gangs, that you using the name of ESN raising money, whereas the ESN is not direct ESN, following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because they disobey that. They will listen to our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The law our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu put is what they will follow. Because of them, you are killing them. You are making underground, killing them, coming on the social media and shouting that you want Biafra. Which Biafra are you watching? Biafrans, you all have to open your eyes. Be wise as serpents. I know Biafrans are not foolish. Please, I'm begging you people all in the name of Tupo Kika Biama to wake up and know that so many people are following with Azuka. These people are worse than the Fulani. Because they say the devil you know is better than the angel you don't know. If you know this person is your enemy, you will avoid that person, which is the truth. But if you doesn't know your enemy, think you're with somebody you're working with, and the person is the one going to kill you. Don't you know that that one is even dangerous? Yeah, that's what exactly Azuka Chaswanko and Simon is doing. They are killing our ESN people every day by day. They go and they will send their people to go and be giving information to the DSS to be killing them. Now you are threatening Shadow, and now we've not seen Shadow. Simon Ekpa, clever criminal. You want to use the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu name to be defrauding, scamming people, but your cup is full. You better go and really anyhow you plan with the DOS, the DSS and the DSS in Nigeria and everybody you plan with all those your cabas, those your criminality people. You better set that guy free, because God said, "Who touched my child has touched the apple of God's eye." Simon Ekpa, we are warning you. Before the wrath of God will be upon you and your generation, your family, you and Azuka Chaswanko, that devilish woman, that woman that is only after money. For a long time, we'll not be seen to social media come and be dancing and be kissing your husband and be rubbing breasts with your big ugly breast and your fat face like a big face. You people must, the evil that you people are committed, you people will face the wrath of God upon your lives. Your generation, they will not stand it, because God says, He said, touch my anointed not. Do not touch the children of God. We are children of God. We stand for the truth. You you Simon Ekpa and Azuka Chaswanko, dirty, bloody, stupid liar, wicked people. People don't know you people. You people are devil.
All right.
People are not
we have a limited time, so sorry for cutting you off there. We have a limited time.
Okay, thank you. Biafra, please.
My brother, are you here? MNK, good news. Are you here? Are you here? MNK, good news. Are you here? It seems you are muted. Please check your sister. If you are here. Okay. MNK, good news. Are you here? One more time so that we can round off. We can round off this program. We don't want to exceed. We've already gone off the time. We just have to. I'm just so upset tonight. I don't know. I don't know why. Some people just think they can take the laws in their hands. And then, oh, Pastor Livingstone, you're here. Please. Oh, I was even wondering, if you are. Please.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Yes, I'm so sorry. Forgive me. I do my own business. I don't work. And I serve customers. And they pay me hourly. So it costs them a lot of money. If I spend any time talking, they feel that I'm just eating their money. So they want me to do the job. And it's a very professional job. Thank you. Listen, I don't have much to say. Let God in heaven judge. Under the law, if you threaten somebody, like the Igbos have a proverb, if an owl cries in the night and in the morning a child dies, we know what's responsible and who's responsible. When you threaten people, I remember the tape that Simon Ekpa threatened Shadow over ammo he wanted to release to Butuzo and Holy Ghost. And there was a time Shadow informed me that they were looking for him to attack him. Now, I didn't tape that message. I didn't tape it. I didn't record it. But he called me and told me that his life is in danger. Now, Simon Ekpa threatened Shadow. Everybody heard it. And now Shadow is being looked for. He's been said to have been held captive by the DSS. Biafrans, let me ask you. Some of you whether you could use your brain at all. It's our people that is dying. It's our people that are being held. It's a Biafran. And if you don't speak the truth, God, it knows all of you one by one. You will not go free. You will pay for it. Those of you that stand behind Simon Ekpa. So let me tell you something. Let Simon Ekpa come and give us an account of what happened, his role, whatever he knows about Shadow, because he threatened him to a hearing. Everybody heard when we sent the tape, people didn't buy it. Now this is what is happening. Simon Ekpa made a threat to Shadow. Today, Shadow is being detained by DSS. And we have told you several times that each time Simon Ekpa calls somebody's name, sends information or asks information about him, the next thing you hear that they have been attacked. Now, this man he threatened is now under DSS custody. Our first suspect, let me tell you, Biafrans, even in the law, once you threaten somebody, anything happens to that person, before they begin to make investigation and find out whatever must have caused that person being killed or disappearing, it is you that first they'll ask that person, did he have any enemy? Did anybody threaten him? Simon Ekpa threatened Shadow. And Simon Ekpa, please, you have to explain to us.
Came to the air to say it.
Yes, he came to the air and said it, and everybody heard it. Biafrans, if you are backing evil, those of you, IPOB Autopilot Media, if you people don't open your mouth to talk, God, I don't want to curse you, but let me tell you, God will judge you. You people are wicked. You are evil. You are devilish. Ask Simon Ekpa, what does he know about Shadow? Tell Biafrans, he's a fellow Biafran. Oh, one nigga walker. It could be your turn tomorrow. Because the covenant you signed with the devil, he will turn against you and take you to be scattered forever. That's all I have to say. We are asking Simon Ekpa to give us account of what he knows about the disappearance of Shadow. Why are we saying this? Because he threatened him to our hearing. God bless you.
That was why I played that video where that man sent that young lady out of the class. And after sending her out of the class, he looked at the class, he looked at the other students and said, what is the law for? And some of them made some statements. One said for justice. Then he said, yes. Yeah. Why didn't you stand for the lady I just sent?
Biafrans, if you don't stand for this justice, those of you that follow Simon Ekpa, IPOB Autopilot Media, all of you, if you don't stand for justice, God will judge you people. One by none of you will go free. If you don't stand for, go and ask Simon Ekpa what is going on. He is the first and prime suspect. We are not suspecting that said it secretly. Everybody has said it. If you don't say anything, I call heaven to record against you this day that your light shall be darkness, your darkness shall be thick darkness. The ground under you shall become iron, and the heavens above you shall become brass. The air you breathe shall be polluted, and shall bring sickness and disease in your body. Because this is a Biafran whose life is threatened. His life is in danger. He has families. I have to go off now. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pastor Badabifi. We have just the last statement just for 2 minutes. You can go on. We'll take 2 minutes.
You have to go and you give order. If you know how you did it, because I know your hand is on it. If not, you threatening him. And since then, he has been trying. You have sent some men how many times, and he did nothing happen. And this time around, you threatening him, Simon. There was the audio is there. Thank God that it was recorded and sent out. If not, you will deny it. But the audio of you threatening him is there. So as long as we know that you are the one who threatened his life and tell him, you told him and say, if he did not release it, that whatever he see, he will take. So what did you do to him? Go and bring him out. It's not fair. You cannot kill our people all. We cannot continue to kill our people. This is not right. The land of Biafra is the blood of the innocent is crying and crying and crying, and for the sake of the killing you guys are doing in the land of Biafra. Enough of killing our people. Enough of it. How can you say somebody if he doesn't want to give you something, then you now say you are going to kill that, you are threatening him and say whatever he see he will take, and you have commanded people to go after him. You commanded them to go after him for what? That is what he's supposed to use to protect his own camp. And you said he should give it to you. Why? And he said he's not going to give it to you. Then you threaten him and say you are going to see, you're going to see. So where is Shadow? Go and bring him out. This is the same thing that happened to Obinna. Obinna, up to now, we don't know where he is because Obinna was not happy with you. Obinna was not happy with you, Simon. What are you doing? Are you going to finish?
Obinna's matter, I would not even talk about it. All right. Thank you so much for that, Madam. Thank you so much for that. Obinna's issue still there. We're still waiting. We have not seen Obinna is nowhere to be found for months now. I think we have before his stuff goes off. Please go on. Please go on. MNK Good News. Please go on. Please, let's hear from you. Now we want to know, because you got the news the first time. I hope I'm talking to the right person, anyways. So let me hear you. I'll be sure that I'm talking to the right person.
Of course, yes.
Yes, my brother. So, Karigo, please.
Okay, good evening, Biafrans. I greet everyone. Today is a sad news to us. We are not happy. I speak with Shadow yesterday, and Shadow told me many things. The threatening of Simon Boyce. And I do not believe that it's going to be like this. So this morning, we get the information that they have kidnapped Shadow. They have kidnapped our brother. And who is the responsible, is Simon Boyce. Simon have threatened Shadow many times, and the guy escaped. And this nowadays, I don't know. I don't have strength to talk, but one thing about this thing now, I don't know what to say again. My heart is bleeding. My heart is bleeding.
I want you to say something. Did somebody say that they gave him 600?
Yes, from the one of the Shadows boys. One of the Shadows boys that Simon communicated with Simon Boyce again to come and pay the guy to get Shadow. They give the guy 600,000 naira. This is what Shadow is telling me yesterday. But the guy refused to collect the money. So they use another plan to come and get this guy. They use another type to come and get Shadow because they cannot sub Shadow with his boys. That is why they need another. They change another pattern to come and kidnap Shadow. I am giving Simon 2 weeks to release Shadow because Simon is the responsible of what is happening. Against of that 600,000 naira to get Shadow, and the guy refused to collect the money. And last month they kidnapped one of the Shadow boys. And we did not tell you people because we are looking after that. But this one, we cannot agree with that again. This thing cannot happen to us. We want you people to tell Simon to release our brother. Simon, release our brother before it's too late. Because you are going to see what you have not seen before. The people you are threatening, Caterpillar and everyone, we know everything. And you use your boys to go and kidnap Shadow. Simon, release our brother. 2 days. Release our brother. 2 days we're giving you. If you don't, anything you see, you collect.
Wrath of God will deal with him. People will deal with him. Elohim.
Now everyone has heard he was trying to penetrate through Shadow's boys or Shadow's men. He didn't penetrate, and now he had to use another tactics. And Simon, 2 days, you have to release him. We're not here to exchange words with you or to come and argue and complain and then response and all of that and attack and all of no. We want our brother back. That's all. That's all. That's all. We're not interested. If you like those fools that are giving you money for fundraising and all of that, that's their business. They keep having their monies funding your organization and your criminality. That's their business. We'll keep telling them the truth. If they keep wanting to give you the monies, let them continue. That's their business. But for the fact that the lives of our men, the men that work with Mazen and the Kanu, that have refused to go with your criminality, that have refused to submit to your organization, they are standing strong for MNK and say that is where they're going to stay. And you begin to threaten them. You want to disarm them. You want to kill them. You are killing some. You have killed many, killing Biafrans, threatening everybody, threatening the Nigeria contraption, and then using that as a means of bringing them in to kill our people. Simon, this is the end. You have to stop it. It has to end here. And this will be your last bus stop. This will be your last bus stop because you have beaten more than you can chew. And this nonsense will stop because you don't have two heads. And those people that you think you have, those people you are funding with your organization and the money of Biafrans, using it to fund your organization, those people also don't have two heads. And so the people, you cannot be more than the people. The people are more than you. Biafrans have said enough. And today, Biafrans are saying enough. So, Madam Barbara, you have 2 minutes also to say what you have to say. And then we have the final.
Okay. Please be watching. Don't stop me before 2 minutes because I'm watching. You normally stop me, Kelechi fast, eh?
Okay, I'm counting it now. 2 minutes, yes. I'm counting it.
So, Biafrans, like we keep on saying, please, you people have to open your eyes and ask God, Chukokika Biama, Elohim, to give people the discernment to know the truth. When somebody is being speaking the truth or when somebody is lying, fooling, using Mazen Mandikano to enrich himself, he wants to become God of himself. Simon Ekpa wants to become God. He tells God that God is even small. He is bigger than God. That's why he said, family, ESN. He has done so many atrocity, so many havoc, so many evil. But people didn't know. And it's a pity it's using ESN. The ESN is even using to tell lies, fundraising to come and raise for ESN. ESN are not even getting money for feeding. ESN is the one that is killing, like the Shadow we're looking for now. It's the one of the ESN from our leader, Mazen Nandikano. He has killed so many. He has set some up. Azuka Charles Wanko will tell them to make videos camp before they can give them money. After they make videos and send videos for the camp, sending it to them with Simon Ekpa. The next day you hear that camp has been burnt. They will kill all of them. Who are handwork? It's Simon Ekpa and Azuka Charles Wanko. And people like every Saturday they will say fundraising. Today Saturday, I don't know if today they are still coming today or the air to come and say yes, you come and raise money. If you bring money today, you see Biafra tomorrow. All those things is coming to social media to come and talk. All are lies. It's only fooling you guys. You can check all things as the promising. Is there anything coming to pass? Is there anything that is said that is fulfilled? No. If you give people hope upon hope, all the hope is saying it's all lies. Now I'm telling people again, it's now adjourning it again now. See, I don't know which July again. July 3rd and July 3rd, 6 days of 6 days, right? For sit at home. As if you get Biafra, it's just camouflage. It's fooling you, fooling the ones they can fool. Not everybody, not all the whole Biafra.
Yes. 2 minutes already. I know you will not know that 2 minutes, but you have exceeded 2 minutes. You know, we have to close it here. We're already taking 1 hour. We just needed to give him this message so it won't be long for people to listen. I thought it was just going to be 30 minutes so that people can listen. But of course, we need to play that.
You will play their people's brain, trying to brainwash them and say, I didn't know anything about it. I only threatened him, and that's what happened. You know that it's through government. It is all lies. That's how you did it. You threatened him and you completed it. Oh, go ahead, listen.
Yes.
Yes. So let me play the voice of Shadow again. Let me play the voice of Shadow again. I'll play the voice of Shadow and then you will hear the threats again. For those of you who are just joining, who don't know about it, I'll play the voice of Shadow. I'll forward it a little so that you can hear the voice of Shadow and then listen.
Because I also got the message for this meeting today. So that's just what happened.
Let me take it back.
Around 12 a.m. So because that was when I on my phone when they were telling me about the incident. So I had to report it. I on the phone was about 2 minutes. He charged 2%. I had to send the message to you and copy it immediately. So since that time till now, so I've been on calls. 2 of my men have been deposited in the mortuary this morning. So I have not been myself. I just decided to squeeze out this very time to attend this very meeting because I also got the message for this meeting today. So that's just what happened. And I'm still having some calls with me now. I'm just trying to speak because most of the people that fell, their people have not known. So we are trying to find a way to talk to them. Of which some of them I have sent people to different places because we have 4 casualties anyway, but 2 later gave up. And the 2 are in the clinic now. They are receiving some treatment. So that's what happened. Thank you.
Shadow, you know this is not the first time you did this. And how we are going to handle this issue is something that is in my mind. And it's something that's in
his
my
mind.
I've given directive to Holy Ghost here to come and pick the 2 equipment that is with you, we paid for a few weeks ago because they need it to work. So when you come to pick it, just please give it to him. Do you have a problem with that?
Can you see?
Yes.
Can you pause there? Can you see that he's reporting to him? Can you pause? Can you see that he's reporting to him?
Yes.
Can you see that he's reporting to him that he's lost his how many men? 4. Did Simon care about those people that he's lost?
Yes, he said he lost men.
Someone didn't care. He does not care about them. He doesn't.
Very wicked and heartless people.
Very wicked heart. Does he care about 4 men that he reported and how many died? He didn't even care. He's not human being.
I'm going to play that part again for people to hear.
What's Simon is after money?
Let's care about what he's going to give. He didn't care about the people that lost their lives.
Very well, you discover that he said that
this is what I want to do.
The mission that I'm supposed to carry out, I have not finished it. Someone said, I am the one who sent you on that mission. That means for him sending him on that mission, the dead people were his direct responsibility, but he never said anything about them. Even after sending him on a mission, and this man died. Yet he never said anything about it.
No, he doesn't care.
By himself, Simon by himself said, I am the one who sent you on this mission. He said it. You're going to hear it now. Listen to him. And he's telling him now that his men, he has lost some men. They're in the mortuary. They have not even contacted their families. He kept quiet. He kept mute. He was concerned about LPG and GPMG or whatever they call that thing.
You know why he's not happy? I'm going to say, you know why? Because he came to the meeting. He came to the meeting where we called them. And so that Simon doesn't want them to come to the meeting. So that's why he's raging. That's why he's not happy.
I'm going to play it from top so that people can hear how he was explaining the reason for that meeting and why he went to the meeting. Then Simon, rather than Simon already had something in mind, which he said, how we're going to deal with this matter is in my head. So listen to it again from top, from where he said it. Listen.
Something like that. So I decided to join to know if, because they said that other commanders are here, that I need to be there also. So I came in and I saw some commanders.
To the meeting.
Until other people started talking about that. Because what they were asking was how have we been managing, how is the movement in our various camps. So everybody were like telling some of the things they are lacking, but they demanded to know some of those things we lack that we are not getting. So that's the major thing I know that they discussed. And they said that this is the meeting that they are going to invite you and relay the complaints they have gathered, because they said that they are fact-finding panel. They said they are going to communicate you to tell you the things they have found out, so that you people are going to look into it, that they are working with you. So that's the reason why I attended the meeting. And for the screenshot you told me to make, my phone went off immediately after the meeting.
Oh, do you can you pause there, please? Can you pause there? Can you Yeah, he told him to make a screenshot and he refused. That's why Simon was so angry with him. He told him to make a screenshot of us for the meeting. We called him Simon to come so that we can trash out the issue why the men are not getting any feeding, why they are not being fed. Simon now was supposed to be in that meeting, and he told this guy Shadow to go and record, take pictures and send to him. And you Biafra think that this injustice you guys are doing, that you guys are doing the right thing. God Almighty is in heaven, is going to watch all of us. This Biafra you guys are fighting for. Let me see how you guys are going to get this Biafra with all these lies and all this wickedness you guys have in your heart.
All right, let me make some point here. Now, if you observe there, he said, now the screenshot you asked me, that means he got an information that Shadow is part of the meeting. Yes. He now sent a message to him to screenshot the people who are in that meeting, which Judith did for him in the second meeting. Now, his concern is blackmail, not the interest of the men. So you are in a meeting where we're going to discuss your interest. Forget about what you're discussing. Don't give me information about what you're discussing. Just screenshot the people there, because I need to use them as scapegoats to Biafrans. That was his interest. He was not concerned about the meeting. He was not concerned about what the utterance, the need for the meeting, or why the meeting was called. He was concerned about blackmailing those who were in the meeting. So he needed a screenshot. And when Shadow couldn't provide that screenshot, he now already concluded that Shadow was an accomplice.
In that call him the saboteur then, because that's what he called everybody that doesn't listen. The saboteur.
So now let's listen further.
He's a demonic man, evil man.
Yes. Now listen, everybody. Now he's talking about the issue of not being able to give him the screenshot, and that's where we stop. Listen.
I was using a small phone to communicate, because two of my squad went to movement yesterday. Okay. And I have casualty, of which I reported to you around 12 a.m. That was when I owned my phone when they were telling me about the incident. So I had to report it. I owned it. The phone was about he charged 2%. I had to send the message to you and off it immediately. So since that time till now, so I've been on calls. Two of my men have been deposited in the mortuary this morning. So I have not been myself. I just decided to squeeze out this very time to attend this very meeting, because I also got the message for this meeting today. So that's just what happened. And I'm still having some calls with me now. I'm just trying to speak because most of the people that fell, their people have not known. So we are trying to find a way to talk to them. Of which some of them I have sent people to different places because we have 4 casualties anyway, but 2 later gave up, and the 2 are in the clinic now. They are receiving some treatment.
Now he told him 2 of his men are dead already, 2 are still critical in hospital. And he was explaining all of that to him and told him all of that. Now listen to, instead of Simon addressing that, listen to what he's going to say after that.
Shadow, you know this is not the first time you did this. And how we are going to handle this issue is something that is in my mind and it's something that's in my heart. I've given directive to Holy Ghost here to come and pick the 2 equipment that's with you. We paid for a few weeks ago because they needed to work. So
you paid for. I think the money was his money.
With your own money or the money Biafrans are giving you, Simon.
I have a problem with that because
now listen.
I told you that I want to deliver a work with it before.
And I'm telling you now that work should be put on hold. There is another emergency work that is needed for, and that's a command. So you should put on hold that work that you want to go should be put on hold. And after this work, we can talk about that.
Sir, it will be difficult for me. I will not lie to you. It will be difficult for me because
what is going to be difficult for you?
Not to deliver that very work because I have made a huge.
And I'm telling you, I am the one. Listen to me. Don't let me angry, please. You know you have been doing this for a long time. I am the one who gave you that command, right?
I am the one who gave you that command. That means that command I gave you, and you lost your men. I am the one who gave you the command. You have lost them. That's their business. They are dead. That's Sarah.
That's not feeling sorry. No pity, no sympathy.
Yeah.
It's not my concern. Just bring the equipment.
All he cares is send them to go and do woto. And then they send him the picture, and then you come out to do fundraising.
He killed them.
That is what he cares for.
Kill them.
He doesn't care. Go and send them. If you want, don't do woto. Give them some money. Let them do woto. Send the picture.
If you wait, it's playing.
Fundraising. That's what he cares for.
Because I could deliver a work with it before.
And I'm telling you now that work should be put on hold. There is another emergency work that is needed for, and that's a command. So you should put on hold that work that you want to go should be put on hold. And after this work, we can talk about that.
Sir, it will be difficult for me. I will not lie to you.
What is going to be difficult for you?
Not to deliver that very work because
wicked man. What's going to be difficult? What is going to be difficult?
And I'm telling you, I am the one. Listen to me. Don't let me angry, please. You know you have been doing this for a very long time.
Don't let me angry.
That command, right? There shouldn't be any question there. I gave you that command, and I'm telling you now that command.
It will be difficult for me, sir.
If you go against this command, listen to me, Shadow. Go against this command. I hope you are ready. I'm breaking this.
You are ready? Biafra, can you hear that? Are you ready for what is coming up?
What is coming up? I hope you are ready. He's ready to face it.
And he now said he's making it public in front of the whole commanders. Talk. It was an open one in front of everyone. So that is why you guys also, Biafrans, have heard it today. So Shadow must be out. Simon, you must release Shadow.
I don't even blame
whatever you have done.
I blame all those people that is taking order and be killing their own people. I blame them. People that is taking order and be killing their own people, is them that I blame. If he tell them, I said, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to. I thought they said, they will say, no, look out for one another.
Biafra, that's why he doesn't want Martin Nanikam to come out to be released. All those propaganda is coming to say he doesn't want our leader because he knows our leader come out and our leader must come out anyway. Simon, you're not going to stop it.
Definitely.
Simon, your cup is full and he will pay for it.
Very, very arrogant. Very arrogant. He can't even feel anything. Yeah, okay, tomorrow now he will come out there, will tell them, I gave Shadow 500, how many thousand he ate, because that's what he told us now. He was going to tell them now.
That's
and
it.
the Biafra will say, oh, he's a criminal. Oh, he's a criminal.
Yes.
And they will believe him. He will not tell them, I gave Shadow 10 million, and Shadow did not deliver, and Shadow ate the money, and Shadow did that. In short, Shadow is evil. Shadow is a saboteur. Shadow is a fallen angel, and they will believe him. And this man, wicked Simon, heartless person, cannot even tell Biafra the truth. All he does is telling Biafra lies upon lies, and they will be believing it. And they say he's going to.
Yeah, it's the foolish person that wants to believe the lies, because we're coming to be telling them the truth. We are exposing all his lies. We work with Simon. We work with him. We know when he's lying. Right. So that's why Biafrans people have to listen to us when we're talking with you guys.
They are testing for freedom. So anybody comes and give them anything, tell them whatever they agree, they will accept it and say yes. Oh, he's the right man. He's doing the right thing. How can you stand there now? Watch Simon threaten a commander, a general commander of Mazin Nandekano. He threatened him and said, "I am going to deal with you." And Simon carried out what he did. The threaten. And you guys say, no, Simon did not do it. It's not Simon that did it. Who did it then? Who did it? No,
so if somebody comes to threaten any Biafran, and then we now say that threat stuff here. If somebody comes to threat, I'll say that threat does not stand. And that threat does not matter.
What he said, he condemned. He condemned the he condemned the chicken, he condemned Chinas and Woru. He has become what he said he condemned. That is what he has become.
It was that the people he was even calling names. All those people is calling names that are far, far better than him. They are like angel compared to Simon. Simon is the word demon on earth. Demon. He's only lying. Coming to front to come and propagate to make like he's good. This man is a demonic angel, demonic one. You see, we think he's a good man. He's not a good man, evil man.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we have made our message clear. We have given our message very clear. People have heard the message. We are waiting for Shadow to be out, and he must be out. We just pray nothing. You have not done anything to him before now. We just pray he's still alive. We just pray he's still alive.
All the record is there.
Alive,
all the record is there. No matter whatever anybody does on this struggle, you are going to a day is coming. Everybody will give account of it. If you like, continue to do anything, unless this Biafra is not going to come. Everybody must give account of whatever evil they committed in this struggle. Even me, including every one of you. How can you be threatening somebody and you said to him, you know what? If he doesn't do that, you know what to do to that person.
You know, what is in your mind? What is in your mind? As if he's God. What's in his mind and what he's going to do? And he has accomplished what he said is in his mind and his heart.
He's threatening Caterpillar. They are threatening Caterpillar here and there, threatening him here and there, because Caterpillar said, I'm not receiving feeding money. Is there any crime? If somebody say, I am not receiving feeding money, I need feeding money, and they speak out, is that why you have to be threatening them all the time? What is all this? Don't people have right to speak?
Let's just round up because of time. Thank you so much. We have said it, and he has heard it. We know he's listening wherever he is, whether he is here somehow cloned and all of that. He's here. Thank you, Ego, for that message to those people who are talking nonsense. You said destiny. I think using destiny as a link. May Simon Ekpa happen to you and your household. Exactly. And I say straight to that prayer. Everybody who has been used here talking nonsense.
They will be killed very soon by them.
Every one of you that have come here to say nonsense,
isn't it?
Every one of you have come here to say nonsense and supporting this kind of evil and injustice.
Fulani will visit them in Jesus' name.
You as
with their family
and your family, your household, to the next generation. Thank you so much, all. We appreciate you all. Thank you so much, Madam Ifi. Thank you so much, Madam Barbara. Thank you so much, Comrade Ken. Thank you so much, Pastor Livingstone. We are waiting for the news of his release. Thank you all, Biafrans. Stay informed. We're going to keep giving you more information as the days go by. Thank you so much, all. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Thank you for having us.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you, Kelechi, for having us. Thank you, Biafra, for listening. Please share. Let other Biafrans who didn't able to watch this program to hear, to know what is going on, to know the latest, all the atrocities Simon has committed again tonight. This one happened today. They sent to go and hold one of our gallant men today morning. Please share this message. Share it to your friends, to family, to loved ones. The whole Biafrans. Shalom. Shalom to everyone. Shabbat shalom.
Thank you.
Shalom. Bye. Good